Oh, we're having some fun, no doubt about it, and we have a lot of people watch, and so I know you've looked at some kind of watched some numbers and all with it. So I'm kind of excited about it.
Yeah, welcome everybody to Field Trialing with Haley and Kenny. Last week we had so much fun. We had over 600 views, 643. How awesome is that? And it seems that our page is at 200 likes, and me and Mr. Kenny have set a goal for ourselves. By Thanksgiving, we want to have 500 likes, and we'd like for you guys to help us. So everyone watching right now, you can share our page with this video. That'd be awesome. And thank y'all for joining us.
Absolutely. I think we can do 500 page likes by Thanksgiving. So
For sure.
it's been incredible, and we are having a great time doing it and all. So, but I got to ask first, did you beat Clint this weekend?
I beat myself this week.
Oh my.
Well, the first day, Saturday, I outshot myself. I don't know what was wrong with me. Maybe my gun was messed up.
What I blame it on.
Right. Sunday, I shot great. I did great. I did awesome. Ended up being hanging in there tight on Sunday, but I wish it could have been both days.
Cool. Well, now I know why he looked a little nervous when I talked to him on Friday, because he was worried about you. I know, so that's okay.
As he should be.
That's right. Keep him happy. Well, I know y'all y'all had a trial this weekend, and tell us about winners, how it went, and all those kind of things.
All right, y'all. We had our fall classic this weekend. It was awesome. We had so much fun. We had some beautiful weather. It was like absolutely freezing cold until 9 o'clock, and literally by 9 o'clock we all went and put some shorts on. And our fields are really thick right now because they hadn't beat them down good. So that was fun. But it worked out. So what we did for the fall classic, we had our winners from Saturday and Sunday, and then we had overall winners that got our trophies. So on Saturday in the open, Creek with Cross Payne took first. Blitz with Cross Payne took second.
Wow.
And Jazz with Jonathan Thomas took third.
Oh, cool. And that is Cooper's dad. Was that Cooper's dad?
That's Cooper's uncle, Matthew's
uncle. Okay,
dad.
Matthew.
Yep,
Okay,
that's his uncle.
Okay. Cool.
They're all like this though, so
yeah,
they don't blame everybody.
Was Cooper taking credit now for that?
Oh yeah. You know it, he was.
All right.
On the doubles Saturday, first place we had Creek with Cross and Clint. Second place was Blitz with Cross and Clint. And third place was Rose with me and Cross.
Wow.
So Cross racked up on Saturday.
He did.
He did. On Sunday, our open winner was LB with Chase Payne, Cross's brother.
Oh, my.
Second on Sunday was Valley with Clint. And third place was Blitz with Cross. And their doubles on Sunday, first place was Creek with Cross and Clint. And second place was still with old Dunny and Scotty Farmer.
Oh, wow. Go Dunny.
And third place was Brooke with me and Matthew Thomas, which is Cooper's daddy. He was riled up about that.
Wow.
So our overalls are people that took home the trophies, and these were beautiful, y'all. These were wood plaques that were wood burned, like the Alabama emblem, and they were wood burned into with what they won in Shiloh and stuff like that. So Clint did really good on that, because I would have not thought about that, but he did great. So overall, open, we had Cross Payne taking it home in first place with Blitz. Valley, second place overall, and with Clint, and third place was LB with Chase.
Wow.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I saw the trophies. They were very, very attractive. I liked them a lot.
I liked them. There's something very different.
Yes.
So our doubles overall, Creek and Clint, or Creek with Cross and Clint, got first place doubles. And Briggs, Matthew and Jonathan, those brothers, they ran
Uh-huh.
Briggs, which is Clint's dog.
Right.
They're running her in the doubles this year, and they got second with her. And
Cool.
still, Mr. Don and Scotty Farmer got third place in doubles overall. So they all took home some nice hardware.
Yeah. Well, now Don has to keep up for us older guys now. He has to hold the torch for us. But it's clear now that I'm going to have to get Boogie out and get him tuned up, because whenever we show up for the Foggy Bottom Classic, now, you know, I'll be running Boogie because John's having a little surgery done. So we're going to,
right.
I'll be in charge of that. Of course, I own Boogie anyway. So anyway, because I like this. So I'll give a little competition.
That's right.
Cool. Well, excellent. It sounds like a fun time and all. And so I know that was fun. And you did third place. That's great. So that's wonderful. Let's see where we move next. I know we have lots to talk about today with it, but there is one thing we talked a little bit about last week, and I thought another thing that people would like to know, especially newcomers, are about how to earn championships on their dogs.
Absolutely.
And so anyway, what I wanted to do, I thought I would go through is sort of how you earn a championship on your dog, and what that looks like. So it takes 20 points, and you have to have part of that 20 points. You have to have 2 wins and 20 points to earn a championship. The dog can earn multiple championships. They can have as many as they can win and get 20 points and have the two wins. The way though, and those are neat. I think they're nice things to do because it does show a consistency of a dog to be able to perform day in and day out with it in order to be able to accumulate those the points. The way those are figured, and for everybody, obviously the bigger the trial that you're in, the more the more championship points you get with it. And what Haley talked about last week was about yearly points. There are 2 different kinds. But basically the way it's done is in a trial with 21 dogs or more, the first place dog receives 5 championship points, second place gets 4, and third place gets 3. In a trial with 15 to 20 dogs, then first place gets 4 championship points, second place gets 3, third place is 2, and then a trial with 14 or less dogs, it's 3 points for first, 2 points for second, and 1 point for third. So if you are on the UFT website and you go to looking at specific dogs, and if you look into each of their records, you can see how many championships, because we track how many championships each dog has, and they can have championships in open pointing, amateur pointing, doubles pointing. The flushing dogs can be in flushing and doubles flushing. So you multiple ways to win championships in there. We do have and I think this is right. I'm not sure how this is exactly right for flushing, but we do, when a pointing dog achieves 5 open pointing championships, then they receive a very nice silver belt buckle. It's really a neat
It's the same for flushing.
Yes, and then at 10 you receive a bigger one, I guess is a better way to put it. So it really says a lot over the trial life of a dog of what they've been able to accomplish. And so there's more in there than just you're running on the weekend to win, as we always say in place, and you're running at nationals for those, but you're also looking at high point dogs, and you're looking at and ways to put championships on it. So a lot of ways that you can be involved with your dog in UFTA. So it's kind of nice to have the variety of all of it out there for us. So.
And to add to that, when you do get that belt buckle, you get added to the Hall of Fame.
That's true. Thank you. Yeah, I should remember that. I've been lucky enough that I have one. My little girl, or as we call her, the Queen of the Kennel, she has 5 open championships and is in the Hall of Fame. So yes,
that's incredible.
Yeah, it's fun. And you can go again. You go on to let me just tell you, if you want to, everybody go to UFTA-online.com, and that'll take you right to the UFTA website. And you can go through and look at all these things. You can look at upcoming trials, but also look up dogs. You can search by dogs' names or people's names if you want to see, and all of that, and the high point, yearly point. So a lot of information on that page. If you want to be a member, it's in there, how to do that, the rules, the bylaws, all about trialing is on there. And we're going to try to bring you bits and pieces, certainly of all of that as kind of we go along here to help everyone, and especially our newcomers to the sport. So anyway, wanted to kind of put that out there. It's kind of a fun thing, and let everybody know kind of how that works. Then I'm looking where we go next year. One of the things Haley and I have talked about a lot, and you've heard us say a lot about, is young people coming into. Haley highlighted Coop last week, who is 8. You said 7 or 8. So yeah, he's young in it, and so. But we know he'll grow into like it more. But our next week's guest, and we're going to try to have guests on as we move forward here. This has been our third time, and we're getting our feet on the ground, so to speak. But next week we're going to have Trent Pike to come on and be a guest, and we'll find out about how he got started, and he'll tell us about his dog and trialing and all those kinds of things. So we're sort of excited. Really excited about having Trent on next week as well. So
that's awesome. So how old is Trent?
Trent is 17.
All right.
And he is he's really one of several. I think the cool thing, Trent, obviously, as you've heard me say a lot, is leading the amateur yearly points race.
That is incredible.
But has a cousin, Lauren, that is in striking distance of that. That's Lauren is, I'm not exactly certain, he's 21 or 22, but Lauren's been doing this for 3 or 4 years. And so those are just 2 of the young men out there that are being really successful in it, and hope we have others. I know I talked to Joey Preston earlier in the week. Jeremiah finished 3rd in the amateur up at Elizabethtown. Another young man that is kind of bitten by the bug from what I hear. And so I've kind of watched him run. It's been fun to watch him do that. And so we'll highlight some of those as we move along, certainly through the weeks and all to come.
That's awesome. We have a younger guy that has been running with us too. His name is Braden. He actually did very well for himself this weekend. Braden is still in high school, so he's like,
oh wow, good.
I think he's 17 or 18. I think 17. But he ended up getting, I think he got 4 in the overall, because he did awesome. He got 6th, and this is his first year ever running.
Oh wow.
So I mean that is really, really good, especially like Clint's been doing this forever and cross rack towels, so being in there and still getting 6th overall, it's a very good accomplishment.
Yeah, that's kind of a tough crowd to start with down there, so that is excellent. I just, Dave Pike just reminded me that Lauren is 20, so I had him a little bit older than he was, but,
Oh my gosh, and Braden's last name is Watson, not Thomas.
So, well, that's, it's just, I don't know. I probably say it way too much, but it's a pleasure on my part to see the young people have fun at it and all. So it's just a neat thing to watch out there, and to watch them, the connection that they have with their dogs. We all see that, but if you really, now I'm gonna tell this on Trent, and I'll have 1 or 2 stories about him next week. But see, Trent's dog's name's Turbo, and okay. Turbo sleeps with Trent. And so you watch that connection, certainly, and you see it with a lot, but especially with Trent. I mean, Turbo has it made with it. But
oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Another thing too, Mr. Kenny, this youth is awesome, but girls getting into it, I think is incredible. I'm the only female that runs with us, but Michaela is really, really getting into it. She is Jonathan's daughter. She's got her gun. She's hitting me up like, hey, let's get some birds. Let's practice. I'm like, okay, let's do it. And we've getting her more comfortable with it. And she's very interested after every trial we get done. And she goes out and cleans the field and knocks them out. And she's getting better and better. And I'm super excited to watch her grow and just to see what she does with it. And hopefully, I hope she's able to get her a dog soon. And I think it's really cool. And it makes me happy that I've got another female coming into it that's excited about it, and she's learned to judge, and we've got her certified, and she's doing great. So I think that's really awesome.
Cool. I think it's wonderful. Now I'm going to switch gears a little bit. You all have a special event coming up this next weekend. Your tower Saturday. Your tower. Yes. And so tell us a little bit about that. It looks like we've had some trouble with it. So, yeah, it looks like we may have had a hiccup over here on Facebook Live, but they're telling me, but we're still on? Yeah. Okay, well, let's go. Go ahead and tell us about the tower shoot. I think that's one of the fun things you all do.
Okay, yeah, so Saturday we have our public pheasant shoot. So this one's open to the public. Anyone can come. We have 18 bells around our pheasant tower that we will throw pheasants out of. We have 2 shooters per bell. This is the 5th year that I've been a part of it, and it has just gotten bigger and better each time. Little nicks and improvements have been brought on each time. So much fun. It is booked. That's a blessing. We will have sterling silver steak lunch provided at 12. That's included with your purchase of hunt. So we'll feed you a good dinner. You get to eat steak and salad and baked potatoes. And then we will go and have a good time, and we'll hunt pheasants until it normally gets done about 4 or 5. And then those birds are cleaned and divided evenly, and you get those to take home and do that with. But we have a good turnout. We have some people bring some dogs and work dogs in the background picking up pheasants, or some of them they'll even bring them on the bells with them and work their dogs, which is that sounds like nothing, but that is if your dog can sit and honor that many birds coming out of that tower and that many guns firing at one time, that's a dang good dog, because that is a lot on a dog. That shows where you're at. You can't take a brand new dog out there and do that. They will go nuts, and you'll lose them. Like, they'll be across the pasture chasing a bird, so it's a really good opportunity to get some good dog work in, good obedience. And then we just have a good time. We love doing this. We love the fact that, everyone's like, steak, really? And we're like, yeah. That's what we've introduced it as, and we want to keep doing that. We enjoy it. It's good. It's good meat that we actually get local here. And everyone has a good time. We have people coming from all over. I think some people are coming from Florida. Some people are coming from 2 hours north. So we have a good turnout, and we're looking forward to it.
Well, if you haven't had pheasant either, pheasant is excellent, especially when you get a really good cook hold of it and knows how to cook it, and also, which I am not, but I certainly am a connoisseur of it after it's been cooked. I can tell you.
Right. So, my aunt does it awesome. I've got to watch how she does it. And one of our buddies' wife puts it in a crock pot and does excellent. I cooked it one time and it was okay. And then we cut it up and did some tenders with it, and that was excellent when you fried it.
Wow. Now, one thing you all are doing, I'm going to switch just a little bit, move a little bit, but you all do one of these, though, a very special tower shoot for a special group of people, and tell everybody a little bit about that.
So November 7th is our 8th annual Veterans Appreciation Pheasant Hunt. This hunt is very special to me and to Clint as well. To me, to be able to be a part of, because of Clint. He has done such a good job, him and his dad, of building this hunt. I actually got to shoot like the first 2 years, and now I help with setting up and getting everyone where they need to be. So this is for our local veterans here in town.
Mm-hmm.
It is sponsored by the WWVC, which is our Wiregrass Wounded Veterans Committee.
Oh,
The
wow.
purpose of the WWVC is on Fort Rooker, which is our base here. They make sure all of those cabins that are on the lake on base have basically everything out there is wheelchair accessible. Everything's handicap
wow.
accessible. And, you know, it's just something that you didn't really think about. And then till you're in that place and they've made that, I mean, everything is totally handicap accessible out there. All the proceeds 100% go to WWVC. It's local, it goes back into our community, and you don't realize how many vets that you have around here walking around, and you see them every day until they come out. It's incredible. We have this one man, his name is Dave Riley. He is incredible. He has all 4 prosthetics, and he is out there shooting a pheasant, holding the gun.
Wow.
With, I mean, it is incredible. I mean, it's just so phenomenal. It gives you such joy and a reason to keep going and want to do better every day. I actually shot one year with this man. I didn't know it because, like I said, each year we've learned something new. So I'm out there shooting with this man, and he was like, "Do you have somewhere I can sit?" I'm like, "What? I can go get your chair. That's no big deal." I didn't really think anything of it. I didn't need to sit down, and he didn't act tired. And come to find out, his entire spine is metal. And he got injured overseas, and so his entire spine is metal, and he needed to sit down. He wasn't able to stand anymore. So now there's chairs at every bale that we've learned that for our veterans to be able to sit. We have one guy that comes, and he drives his motorcycle around each bale. He'll have his gun in his arm. He'll put his shells in his mouth and drive his little motorcycle around. He's so cute. But with this, and this hunt is awesome because it's funded by sponsors. So our sponsors pay a lot of amount of money, and they sponsor themselves and the vet to shoot. They get to come and eat and shoot with that vet that they've sponsored. They get their name on the back of a t-shirt. These are the most comfortable t-shirts, and believe it or not, they're everywhere. One of our buddies went to Colorado, and they ran into someone wearing the t-shirt. We're like, what? It was super cool. I mean, in Destin, the guy was up there, and we started a conversation. I was at the hospital a year and a half ago, and I walked into the to get some food downstairs in the kitchen, and there's a guy, his wife had just delivered a baby, and he's got our shirt on. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so, I didn't know the guy, but I was like, oh, that's so cool. But yeah, so that's incredible. And like I said, all proceeds go to these veterans. And this is our 8th year doing that. And we have a good time with it. And like Ken is saying here, he shot at the vet hunt a few times. It's an amazing event and opportunity. Is grateful to have participated and hope to be able out this year cleaning birds or whatever is needed. Awesome. Yeah, we look forward to seeing you, Ken.
Cool. I think that's special, and I know you all do, and the opportunity to do it because it's they do a lot for us, so it's just special. Let me switch gears a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about our high point standings. I talked about Trent, and let's move over to see where we are. He is still in first place, followed by Dave Trigg with Bodie and Kevin Pixley with Cap. Open pointing has not changed much. Brandon Tarquinio and Stella are still in first, and Paul Vaughn and Cole are in second, and then Randy Hilligus and Holler are still in third. We have a little bit of movement in doubles pointing. Bo and Mags, Butch White's dogs, are in first still. Dot with Reed Thacker's dog Dot and Greg Burke's dog Max are still in second. And then we had a new one move into third, Maddie, which is owned by Martin McVeigh, and Murphy, owned by Doc Marsh. And so we're having a little bit of movement begin. And so why don't you tell us about the Flushing?
All right, so high point standings on Flushing so far. Not much has moved. Points have come up a little bit. There's still quite a couple of trials that I know of that have not been posted yet. So we'll see next week for sure how this changes. Right now in the open, we have Thor with Eddie Carbon, Midas in second with Eddie Carbon, and third is still Dakota with Don Hunter. In the doubles, we have Thor with Eddie Carbon in first, and second is Midas with Eddie Carbon, and third is Hercules with Eddie Carbon. Cool. A couple of those underneath those have moved up a couple points. So like I said, I'm interested to see how much everything bumps up this next week.
next week. Well, we have, looks like we have about 3 trials going on this weekend that if I printed this off right, I know we have upcoming trials at Pointing and Flushing at Stick Lake, which was the 24th, and that's down in Springville, Alabama. And Mike McClendon, you can contact there for that one. And I think you have the Flushing trials that are upcoming.
Oh, yeah. It looks like the 24th and the 25th is Columbia Game Club in Sullivan, Ohio. You can contact Tim Resnick for that. They have 1 open Flushing and 1 doubles Flushing each day. And then, as you said, at Stick Lake, they have a Flushing there as well. It's mainly Pointing. And then Sunday, after our pheasant hunt on Saturday, we will have a Flushing trial as well. It's Flushing only just that Sunday. We'll have 2 open and 2 doubles that day.
Neat.
So that'll be a jam-packed day getting it done.
Sounds like you're going to have fun. Well, I think that, Haley, kind of brings us to the end of our show tonight. We had a lot to kind of go over. One other trial I do want to mention that's coming up, not this coming weekend, but the following, is the Kentucky Open. It will have Flushing, Pointing, and amateur pointing as well. And so we're excited for that one. And of course, I know all of my crew will be going, and we'll have reports from there as well. But so we're excited about that weekend, and we're on next Thursday, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern time. And please don't forget now our goal of 500 page likes by Thanksgiving. So we can do this, and let's work on that. Y'all help us with it. We can do it with everybody's help. And with that, thanks everyone. We'll see you next week on Field Trialing with
Haley and
Kenny. All right.
Bye, y'all. Thank you.